Most athletes think they need to train harder, more reps, more hours, more pressure. But what if your performance problem is actually a thinking problem? Because if your mindset's off, no amount of drills will fix what's going on in your head. Let's stop chasing symptoms and start addressing the actual root. I know what it feels like to be stuck. I've trained at the elite level, I've made the Olympics, and I've performed where physically I was ready, but mentally I was already behind before the competition even started. I used to think I just had to work harder, push through, tough it out. But all that did was burn me out faster. What actually changed my performance and my life was learning how to think better. You can be the most talented, most prepared athlete in the room, but if your internal dialogue is full of doubt, or you're trying to prove your worth every time you compete, you're not performing, you're surviving. You're going through the motions on the outside while fighting yourself on the inside. That invisible pressure, that mental noise, it's what's killing your performance, not your work ethic. But because your mindset doesn't leave visible bruises, we ignore it until we can't anymore. Your thoughts shape your perception shapes your decisions shape your outcomes. So if your thinking is foggy, fearful, or fixed, it doesn't matter how hard you train, you're reinforcing dysfunction, not building progress. This is what most people don't understand. Your mind isn't separate from your performance. It is your performance. The scary part, your thoughts don't need to be extreme to be destructive. Even quiet, constant ones like, I can't mess this up. I hope I don't let anyone down. What if I'm not good enough? Those thoughts seem small, but shape how you breathe, how you move, how you compete. For me, things only started to shift when I stopped reacting to those thoughts and started listening to them. Not judging, not suppressing, just noticing. What am I actually telling myself? Would I say that to a teammate? Where did I learn to think like this? That alone created space. Enough space to breathe, enough space to choose a better thought. Another thing that helped, getting specific about what performing well actually meant to me. Not just winning, but how I wanted to show up. Things like staying composed, sticking to my plan, trusting my preparation, responding instead of reacting. It took focus off proving and put it back on executing. And maybe the simplest shift was this. I stopped trying to silence every negative thought and started anchoring myself in the better ones. Thoughts like, I know how to handle this. Pressure just means I care. Let's see what I can do. Not fake confidence, just grounded reminders that help me reset when the noise got loud. You don't need to rewire your brain overnight, but just paying attention to your inner world, that's where it starts. If you're stuck, underperforming, or burning out, it doesn't always mean you need more reps. It might mean you need a clearer mind. You can train harder, but that only works if your thoughts are aligned, because mental noise will always outpace physical prep. When you start thinking like a leader instead of a performer chasing approval, you don't just compete better, you become better. And that's what this is really about. Because sport isn't about winning, it's about who you become. And the mental tools you build now, they're the foundation for everything that comes next. If this hits home for you, don't let it pass. Share it and subscribe for more videos on mastering the internal game, not just physical ones.